Hi there and welcome back, friends and fellow thinkers, to Twin Elms. Pillars of Eternity, Path of the Damned difficulty, the Renegades of Punk, and we're here to find out if we can get access to, like, other parts of this sacred city. Let's also explore the names of the tribes we have here. I think it was the 6 tribes, so first there are the twice split arrows, then the 3 tusk stelgar, stone bramble, fisher crane, the keepers of the stone, and the guided compass. Interesting. Now we want to talk to a woman who may give us access to the other districts. Yeah, she, probably.
Another Estremor. What do you want?
You're not, relative to a certain lady who has died? Lady Webb, maybe? Her voice sounds so similar. A middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step toward you. None of your business. No. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estremoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estremoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Yeah, but why is it suspicious that I ask? Yeah, has something happened recently or why? More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 tusk stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
So Anolfane means Hollowborn. Interesting. Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamenfath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the 6 today. He would not be so kind as I.
Fervelt. A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethel. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamfather. Another Orlan with tawny fur and a scarred face. A frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. You're angry about something. I hear it in your voice. What is it? Are the outrages I listed for you not enough? Trouble brews, and none of it is my choosing, Anamenfath says. Spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. The angry Anamenfath winces. War! Spectral Orlan's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war! Remind them of Ferwul's warning. Does Ferwul's warning mean anything to you? Ferwul's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence target him, drawing him back into the Anamenfath. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The Builder's souls have touched even the Estremoran.
You'd better explain yourself.
The Builder's souls have touched even the Estramoan. Yeah, we're going to tell her
There's
that.
no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Yeah, we're this Alus. Let's go straight to the point. Ferald tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was it?
Ferald's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Ferald, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamfoth of our tribe then. When the Estramoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Ferald urged the other Anamfotha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Ferald believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
After 2 wars with the Durwood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Ferald's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Adra cube flashes into your mind again. There's writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Anarchic turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. Anarchic Bethel looks at you sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estramor came through here a few days ago and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estramoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds just like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estramoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You can see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door, while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
What do they mean? She eyes you carefully. They mean that Ferald's words may indeed be true.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elms Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. Alright, that was interesting. Let's ask her more. What are the 6 tribes? Glenfathan society is divided into tribes, which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 has a seat here in the Passage of the 6, where we discuss matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred for the Broken Stone War. She gives you a hesitant look. 6 tribes are the keepers of the stone: Fisher Crane, Three-Tusked Stelgar, Stone Bramble, Twice Split Arrows, and of course the Guided Compass. Wow, a lot to ask. Yeah, we need to know, so there's no way around this. Who are the keepers of the stone? They are the first and oldest of the tribes. When they first sailed to Erglanfath, they met the builders, who gave them the cornerstone, and those words you quoted as a token of friendship. Many of the tribes, even among the 6, look to the keepers for guidance and leadership. Their long history grants them a place of honor in our society, though it has also made them more conservative in my observation. I'd like to hear about the Fisher Crane, a mostly Orlan tribe from the Thane Bog. Most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands, and even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. She crosses her arms. They are not the most renowned of the tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtlest. Say what you will about the berserkers of the Three-Tusked Stelgar, I'd rather face them than a Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. They're named after a long-necked bird that lives in the bog. It can stand motionless for hours, waiting for a muck frog or a spotted salamander, but when it strikes, it's faster than anything. Now, you were speaking of these berserkers. What do you know about the Three-Tusked Stelgar? She laughs and shakes her head. Same as everybody. They're fearless maniacs, and they want everyone to know it. They're considered a wild bunch, even among Glenfathans. Many of their territories have seen the most conflict with the Estromorven, and they don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to either. They inflicted and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the wars with the Estromorven. In fact, there was a rift within Three-Tusked Stelgar after the War of Black Trees. Dozens of clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into the Durwood, joining whichever tribes would take them. Broken Tusks, some call them. The majority of the tribe dug into the half-burned forests to hold the line, and many respect them for it. She frowns uneasily. They've more than earned their place among the 6, but they advocate more conflict than is wise, and too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. The Stone Bramble, mostly dwarves out of the White March. They're one of the younger tribes formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as genuinely Glenfathan, though, and who can argue with them? Only Fisher Crane defends sites in such inhospitable territory. Personally, though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They'd like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars with the Estromorven never reached their mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. They are named for a tough, thorny little plant that grows up in the mountains. It suits them. I'm not familiar with the Twice Split Arrows. Not many are. They're traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes. Oh, that sounds like our kind of tribe, right? Probably the least respected tribe of them all, but our ancestors believed they should have a voice, and so they've got a seat among the 6. Most of the other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders. But don't say that to a Twice Split Arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're as proud of their tribe as anyone else. She shrugs. They'll accept anyone, and I suppose there's virtue in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a lamb for the honor of your visit. The Guided Compass is your tribe, right? Indeed, Anamenfath Bethel says. We're one of the younger tribes, and not one of the most prestigious. We've tried to keep the peace with the Estromorven, which has earned us the reputation of appeasers among some of our hardline brethren in Three Tusks and the Keepers of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glenfathans, but we recognize that the Estremorwen are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the places of the builders by making peace with our neighbors. Nice. I'd like to ask about another matter. Something else you would know? I'd like to know more about you personally. I am the Anamenfather of the Guided Compass. Like many Anamenfather, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that Anamenfather may succeed from a single line for many generations. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family's line is coming to an end with me. Thank you and farewell. Now that was really, really interesting. And what is that behind there? The dragon skull is brown with age and polished smooth. Yeah, this is a dragon skull here. Wow, I didn't really see it before I read it. Wow. Wow. There's some kind of a soul was here. Very interesting. My brother, fleeing in shame, I don't believe any of it. Arthur is lying, this I claim. Who are you? Redeye. Well, we'll talk to you. But now we've heard most of the things you can know about Twin Elms. Thank you for watching, or rather listening, and I have to drink a sip now. So maybe see you in the next episode, guys. Happy gaming.